Yay, it says we're live. Let's see if it shows up for me now.
Yay! Now, do.
Maybe it's just my phone sucks.
Maybe.
Hi, Owlsperk.
We're in a group.
Oh, see, now it just went. Okay. All right. I'm glad you're sharing because mine was stupid.
There, just in case people were having the same problem we were, I just posted it to the group.
Perfect. Yeah, because I could not find it, which sucked. Hi, Ayana. Hello. How's everybody tonight? I do kind of feel like I just got off, but it wasn't my channel, so you know. And I haven't done one with you guys for a while. Hi, Hexen.
Hi, Hexen.
Hexen was gonna come on, but he's a pussy. I mean, he's really tired and
but he whipped out. I mean, he's tired.
You know, I'm just bugging you, Goofy.
Yes, you know we're just picking on you. If I don't pick on you, I don't love you.
That's right.
I cannot see the chat, so if anybody asks me anything, let me know.
Okay. I'll let you know. Danny, you haven't revealed your cards yet, right? It's supposed to be like some weird time in the morning. 3 a.m, I think. He posted tarot cards that were flipped over and then he's gonna reveal them. So you know what cards you picked. So I'm gonna of course start out my broadcast with a story. What else is new? But just because I'm so annoyed, I'm like super annoyed at my family right now. Hello, everyone. Hi, Denise. Hi, Breezy. So my sisters, my mother and her sisters, which is 4 of them, apparently are getting together for Easter tomorrow. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Oh, you are not. And well, we're not gonna. We said the kids can't come, and we said it's just gonna be me and the sisters and Daryl and Joe. And I'm like, no, not at all. I like blown away that they're doing that. Nancy said,
I got a story for you.
You go to the hospital every day. I'm like, it's my job. I have to. I don't want to, but I have to. And the fact that you are now going to expose yourself after I've been like terrified of bringing stuff home to you. When I got sent to the hospital this week, I literally stood on the porch and waited until my son, who was in the shower, of course, as soon as I walked in the door, I was ready to jump in the shower, waited till my son got out of the shower so that I could strip on my porch, throw my clothes into the washer and go run into the shower because I didn't want to expose her to anything. And now she's going to go to Easter dinner with all of the sisters. I'm fucking furious. I think I texted my mother, who surprisingly, I'm so shocked, has not texted me back. I said, I cannot believe that you are getting together for Easter. Truly, that is irresponsible and reckless. And that's all I could do because I thought if I keep going, I'm going to start with swear words.
Yeah.
I can't. Do you know how badly I want to go to my grandparents for Easter, like I do every year? Do you know how much it kills me that I can't, because I know they love having the family around for Easter? But you know what? I would rather not get them sick.
Yeah, and not get everybody else. I said to her, I don't even want to hear it. She goes, well, I am, how'd she say it? And I was like, oh, no, you did not say that. She goes, well, I am just exposing myself. I said, oh, no, you're not. You are exposing everybody that's going to have to take care of you, too. And that is fucking selfish. I said,
you are exposing everyone who will have to take care of you if you get sick. And if you get who become a carrier and you are not showing symptoms, you are exposing everyone you come in contact with. This is why it's so important. Because if you are carrying the symptoms around, but the virus around, but you don't have any symptoms, and you go to the grocery store and you breathe on someone, you breathe in their direction, you can get them sick. And you don't know what their health is. You don't know if they are healthy enough to fight it. That person could have asthma or any other underlying disease.
Are upset that they have to stay home. I'm like, it's not just you. Everybody's upset that they have to stay home right now. Too bad. Boo fucking who. I'm furious. I'm furious. I said, and me as a healthcare worker, and you know what? My Aunt Frida is a healthcare worker too. I said, so now you're exposing yourself to everybody she's been exposed to. I'm beyond pissed off about it. And whoever comes to pick her up tomorrow, I plan on saying that. How dare you? Mm-hmm. How dare you? You selfish bitch.
I would keep the fuck out. Because honestly, I am really glad my parents are taking this seriously enough to say, no, we're not going. We're staying home.
I almost didn't ask because I thought, nah, they know better. But I said, you're not going anywhere tomorrow, right? Well, yeah, we're like, I almost didn't ask because I kind of think I was afraid of the answer. I thought, no, I don't think I even want to ask. Yep, they certainly did. Yeah, I know. I'm ready to, and believe me, whoever comes to get her is gonna get a lecture, which sucks because unfortunately, my mother and her sisters are not going to be the ones to come get her. It's going to be my mother's boyfriend or her ex-boyfriend, really, which is weird in itself that he's still coming to get her and drive her all over and stuff. But yeah, it's going to end up to be him, which really is too bad because it shouldn't be him that gets chewed out. It should be my mother and her sisters.
Yep.
All right, Boop. I opened that window for me, not for you, for me. You need to get out of it. Come on. Give me 1 second. Come on. You know I love you, but you need to get out of it.
Yes, Amethyst. You are correct. We all have to make hard choices. But it is important.
Yes, I know. You're not happy, but look, that was my not. Yeah, that's horrible, Jen. And then she comes back home to you guys. Exactly, Kay. Exactly. And that's what I said to her is, you know what? Then I'm in healthcare and you are exposing me. How dare you? Where do you get off thinking you're better than everybody else? Where do you get off? I'm furious.
I am terrified to see how many churches are actually open tomorrow in my area. And it's just like, no, please, no.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what state that was on the news the other day that the governor said we're shutting the churches down. And then like the Supreme Court said, you can't do that. They have to be allowed to stay open.
In this, there's just no way that
I'm sorry. If your God is so all-present and all-knowing, you can worship him at your freaking house, who said not get other people sick.
I know.
Well, see, I was watching that report on this, and they had like 4 preachers on saying, and one of them, this black preacher, he put it so perfectly. He said, this is one of the times when we are doing God's will by not going to church.
That's right.
And I'm like, why can't everyone think like that?
That's right. Yes, Danny, Kentucky. That's true. I was really surprised. I was saying Kentucky, they want to, they're going to go around and grab license plates and fine everyone who is like in the church.
Good.
And Estelle, that is great. If they are doing a live stream, more power to you. I will never say you are not allowed to practice your religion. I will say that you are not allowed to use your religion to endanger the rest of society.
Well, and here's the thing. Here's what I said to Nancy, which then I thought, okay, maybe I shouldn't have said all that much. But I did say, you know what? There are a whole lot of people who are staying home who actually believe in tomorrow and like are upset that they can't actually practice what they believe in and what they, the actual part about Jesus dying on the cross stuff. They actually celebrate that, not just getting together and eating with family. I said, you guys don't do that. And you don't do that. And I read my Bible. Well, that's because you have church people coming to your house once a week. Other than that, I never hear the word God come out of your mouth. So don't even start with that. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with you want to go out to dinner with your sisters. That's bullshit.
And by the way, Janice, yes, I know, because I'm also in Georgia. Janice says, we have a church here in Georgia that refuses to close. They said they have the right to lay hands on the sick. Cool, stay the fuck away from me. I agree. They are not the only ones in Georgia who are refusing to close. They are not the only ones in the country saying they have the right to put their hands on people who are diagnosed with it, which means it's gonna spread.
Look at poor Sophie. My mother is seriously ill. I am nursing her. Can't go anywhere if people are around. Did not have any food for 3 days. Could not get a delivery. Got food now. That's what I mean. People are, taking this supremely seriously. Thank goodness. And they're going to dinner together.
And yes, that Barb girl, I saw that news clip too, where they were interviewing people who were going into a church, and this woman was literally saying how she was covered in the blood of Christ, and therefore she could not catch COVID-19. And it didn't matter who she exposed, because they couldn't catch it from her, because she was covered in the blood of Christ. And it's like, no, your God is not going to save you from a virus. Guess what? Neither is mine.
Yeah.
Nobody
immune to the virus.
Oh, that's just terrible. No. So that was my story. I just had to get it off my chest. I still am not quite sure how I'm going to react to it tomorrow, but it's unfair of me to take it out on Daryl's because really it needs to be hi. It needs to be my mother and her sisters, and they need to know how I feel about it too. And Daryl is too nice; he won't even say anything. So I'm going to have to call up while they're at dinner or something, just to make sure they understand how fucking selfish they are. And I will.
The problem, Amethyst, is if they do get sick, they'll call it persecution, and for their God, and that's even worse because it just reinforces that they think they're right.
Well, and I said the problem is not that it's if you get sick, it's on you. It's all the people who have to take care of you. How dare you? I'm just curious. So that was my story. Pat, did you have a story you had to tell too?
Mine is kind of the opposite of yours, and it's the over freaking out. Our aunt Flora, we're staying over at mom and dad's on the weekends, and she lives on the property. She is fine with me and Shauna in Austin because we don't go anywhere. Well, Rena, our niece, came over today with her kids. Up until about 3 days ago, she didn't even have a car, couldn't go anywhere, hasn't gone anywhere for 3 weeks. Flora saw them pull up and immediately said, "We are on quarantine. Nobody is allowed to come or go from our house for 2 weeks." Rena has not gone anywhere. The kids, of course, have not gone anywhere because she doesn't go anywhere. They haven't had a car. The last time they were out here was when I went out and picked them up at the house to bring them back so they could get the car that I found and scored for them. And then they took the car home. The car has expired tags. They're not going to go shopping. They're not going to go run around town. You can take the back roads that the cops don't ever go on to get here. And that's the only place she's been is here and home. But Flora is like over freaking out. And then she has no people skills. She has none. So she meets Austin at the door and says, "You're not allowed to come in." Period. Won't explain that it's not because Austin got sick last night. He threw up. So, and she only said, you're not allowed to come in for 2 weeks. Didn't give a reason why. So Austin spent half the day thinking it was because he got sick.
Aww. Poor little man.
It's like, seriously. So you are now saying that because they exist, that nobody is allowed to come over. Even Shaylee, who lives there, she told Shaylee that Shaylee is not allowed to go past the front porch. No one comes or goes.
Aww.
Yeah.
Outside isn't infected, guys. It's
And
inside.
I'm sorry. Extremes in either direction are a bad thing. Extremes are usually a bad thing.
Hi, Bob.
Very-
Gypsy. I see Gypsy and Thomas. Be anything. Hello, everyone who came in. 39.
Hello, everyone.
Yay. Hi,
I finally
guys.
figured out how to pull up the chat, so I can actually see the chat now.
Yay.
I know my chat. I get on the list system very well.
Yeah, it's just I'm just blown away. And Steven, hi Steven, he must come in late. No, she's not going out to dinner. She's leaving the house though. She's going to dinner with her sisters and her sister's husband and my mother's ex-boyfriend, whatever the hell they are now. And so more people than who's in this house, which is who she should stick to, and that's it.
Selfie, no, we're not on lockdown. We are on stay-at-home orders, which means you're only supposed to go somewhere if it's an emergency or it's essential.
And it's only and it's being controlled by state. So
That's not
where
everything.
Georgia just went into stay-at-home order, not a lockdown, just a stay-at-home order, there are 8 states still that have not entered a stay-at-home order.
Yeah.
Honestly, I saw a great one on Facebook the other day. Having the stay-at-home order handled state by state is the same as having a designated peeing area in the pool.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Does not work very well.
No.
Did you guys, I did have to say, I thought it was so cute. Did you see Montana's governor? What he did with the Easter Bunny and stuff? That was the cutest thing. Montana's governor had a national decree thing that said the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy and stuff were essential services, so that he would continue to deliver, Easter eggs and Easter baskets and stuff.
Yes, that's
And
awesome.
friendly dragons. Remember, all friendly dragons are allowed to travel around too.
Yes,
And
I thought that was awesome.
You mentioned unicorns or some magical creatures, as I know how to put it, which was so cute. I thought that was awesome. He put that in an actual decree.
Yeah. Al's Perch, we are under a state of emergency, but we are not under a nationwide lockdown.
Yeah.
Yes, state of emergency, yes, but it's every state is free to decide what that means for them. Yes, Stephen, after all my stress over her, that's exactly what I said to her. I was like, you are being a selfish bitch, and all of you, I'm totally, and she's like, I can't believe you're reacting this way. And I said, I cannot believe you're not. So don't talk to me. I'm so furious right now, and I am not kidding. I'm like,
Nope.
Unbelievable.
We have reached the point where it's like, even my parents, who were at first like, oh, it's not as bad as everybody's making it out to be, have reached to the point where they have realized, no, close the door. Don't go out into the outside world. You can go to the yard, but that's it. Do not get in your car and go to the store unless you need it.
I know it.
And they've even reached the point where they're realizing that my brother and I were right, and he and I should be the ones going to the store, not them, because they're over 60 and more susceptible to it.
Yep.
So they finally realized that we were right, and
I know.
we should be the ones going.
My mother and all of her sisters are over 60. The youngest sister is, so my mother is, how old am I? 47. So my mother is 67. She'll be 68 this year. And in May, so coming up, she's almost 68. So Frida is 66. So the youngest is 66.
And literally, like just last week, I was going, Mom, I don't care what the senior shopping hours are. You don't need to be going in there when you
Yeah.
can send me or Anthony.
That's right. That's right. I just was
Like,
yeah.
they've also gotten to the point where it's like they don't want me or Anthony going in because we could get sick. So they're like, okay, we're ordering online. Let's see now. We're not going to the store. I'm like, thank you. Finally.
Yeah.
See, we're screwed here. We're kind of screwed where we live because we live. It's a half hour to the 40 minutes to the nearest Walmart. So they won't deliver to us. So we have to go to the store, and we don't have a refrigerator and or freezer big enough to have enough milk and bread and everything for 2 weeks. So we kind of have to go to the store.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why we wear a mask, we wear gloves, and I have a whole process. When I get done in the store, I go out while it's in the shopping cart. I take out the Clorox wipes, I wipe everything out and put it in a different bag in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I'm done, I take the glove off and I throw it in the trash at the store. Then I get in the car and go home.
That's right. And yeah,
see, I'm
Chelsea,
incredibly
that's what I was so
lucky.
pissed off about is that she's going. So, and then that means she's going to bring that home, which pisses me off to no end because I have literally made it so I don't do anything but go to work and come home. I have not been to a store. I have not gone to a gas station. I made Peter go to the gas station. He takes my car sometimes when he goes to the grocery store because Peter is the only one that's going out other than to work and home.
Right.
So we've made it so as you know, the least amount of people are going out, the least amount of times. He's the one that goes grocery shopping, all that stuff. And now she's gonna screw that up by going. I'm fucking livid. I am fucking livid. I can't even. I'm livid.
And yes, I am incredibly lucky that I have a grocery store 5 minutes away on either side of me because I live somewhere in between city and suburbia.
Yeah.
Yeah, we spray. We actually have disinfectant spray in front of every door.
There you go.
You go to the store, you come back, you spray.
Mm-hmm.
The only time we don't spray is like when we come out here and spend the weekend out here because we're not in the public.
Right.
There you
Otherwise, we're spraying. Thank you, Jazz.
Thank you. Very sweet of you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't. I'm just blown away. I'm really, really pissed about it. So, thank you, Danny. I appreciate it. I'll go back and look. Sounds like what I'm going through. See, I know. I'm so glad. I'll have to go back and look what cards I picked. Yes. So I agree. Get that bad stuff out of the way. Hopefully the rest of us, who are staying home and doing the right thing are doing well. I honestly don't know what to do other than I feel like I'm going to quarantine her to her room and she's not allowed out in the kitchen. I guess I'll shove shit in her room from now on for 2 weeks because she's not allowed out.
So, Mama,
Uh-huh.
something just told me to draw a card.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Standing up for what is right, charging towards the attainment of a goal, going after what one wants without hesitation. Very fitting.
Yeah, you think? Yep.
Just a little?
Yeah. Shocker. Love how tarot is always right on. Ding, ding, ding. I know. Danny just said the one I picked was the 9 of Cups reversed and chamomile reversed, which that one, I don't know. I'll have to look up what that means. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going through, right, Danny? Tarot is always on.
Yep. I've actually been slowly getting back into doing my daily draws, and I've just been doing it through TikTok because then I can do it through TikTok and it downloads the video and everything, and then I can just share that out and upload that to YouTube. And I've actually had a couple of people comment the last few days I've uploaded to YouTube that it seems like the same theme keeps coming up. somebody is not listening.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Ding,
Kinda.
ding, ding. Yep. Hi, Cass. Cassie's on.
Hi.
Hi. I keep meaning to message you, Cass, and I haven't got a chance today. I was in between my 2.5 hour long interview. Oh my gosh, when I saw how long it was, I thought, holy shit, I guess I can talk a lot, which you all know, but so yes, my aunt is going to dinner tomorrow at my Aunt Frida's house with all the sisters and the husband and boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, whatever my mother's person is there.
Yeah, it was that Barb girl that made that comment. That the same theme keeps coming up.
It does. It does. It does.
Yep, and I've
So,
been getting back
guys-
into doing my daily draws, which means I film them on my laptop and upload them to YouTube.
Yay. I know. When YouTube is working, right? I can't wait until like I'm done with this day job thing that I hate so that I can finally
Are you trying to chew my
24 hours, 24 hours, get full time into doing what I want to be doing. I'm so excited. So you guys, is there any questions that anybody has for us? I was thinking too, like I'm sitting here with a bunch of my decks. I don't know if I had all my decks are not out, but I did pull out a whole lot of decks. So I don't know if there's like decks that I have that you guys wanted me to pull out so you could look at. I don't know.
Or
if
specific
you want-
cards,
What's that?
or specific cards that we could pull from each of our decks to show.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true. If you
There's a
want
difference
in the deck of the card.
I do have with me, I have my Modern Spellcaster Tarot, and I have my Celtic Tree Oracle.
And I have all of my decks here, so
I didn't bring everything this time because we're only staying a couple of days, so it's too much to pack it all up.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, that is a lot, right?
yes, honey. Is that what we have to say?
What's the best source for Scullies? Oh, Ayana, that's a great question. Actually, Cassie's right on here. As far as I'm concerned, and as far as anybody who's ever bought for them, it's Mystic Dragon's Lair.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's on Facebook. It's they are the best prices. They are the best quality. That's who I'm going to be going to work for. It's Mystic Dragon's Lair on Facebook. If anybody's an admin, you can post the link. I don't know if we can do it from here because it doesn't always show up because it doesn't really show up that we're admins on here. But it's on Facebook as Mystic Dragon's Lair, and it's
I actually can't even type. So.
Yeah.
Through the
Yeah.
direct app, I can't even type in anything. But
Danny posted it. Thank you. That's the one right there.
Yep.
That's it.
but Celtic Tree Oracle. Actually, this is my second copy I have had. It was actually the first Oracle I ever bought, and I have had it. I've yet had it first time around for about 8 years, and I've had this one for about 3. So it is by far my favorite Oracle, even though I would like a new Oracle at some point. Right now, it's what I got, and I love it.
All right. Questions. I've been practicing my card pool. Good. There,
Joseph Kolaczynski. I've had have a general witchy question. I've been drawn to blue apatite lately and don't know why and not 100% on the spelling of the stone, but wanted to know if it meant something.
Yes. It means you're drawn to blue apatite. Blue apatite specifically, though, is that's a good throat chakra stone. And it really is about telling your truth. It's a good stone to pull out of you stuff that you wouldn't generally talk about, maybe. It's like how do you call it? You know, when you drink and you say more than you normally would, even though it's still you. What's it called? Oh, inhibitions. It's like an inhibitions lower for truth. And so it allows you to speak your truth a little bit more than, maybe you normally would. The other thing is it's also not that you don't need it or whatever, but it's also a really good appetite suppressor. It actually does like help you to lose weight if you carry it around because it's good at making you feel full when you're full, so you don't like keep eating just because. Hi, Ed. It's really good for that. Earth Magic Oracle was my first or second one. Oh yeah, I have that one too. I like that one. The Earth Magic one. Yes.
I will be during the week trying to be more active on going live to do readings. And I have figured out, and it took Scott, Cassie, and I probably about 2 hours to figure it all out, but we have figured out how to be able to go live on Facebook with StreamYard or with a different group page called Be Live. And we can have, the other day it was me and Cassie doing readings on the Dragon's Den together.
Ooh, cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I will be actually starting to get more into doing that. This week was crazy because Mom and Dad have 16 acres of land. And so I spent the better part of the week fixing the tractor and mowing the better part of that 16 acres.
And then breaking it, I heard.
Good. We ended up having to replace the bolts that hold the steering assembly onto the tire, and then I ended up breaking the mower. Well, I don't think I broke the mower deck, but I was the final straw for the mower deck because it was cracked as all get out, and it was right where the motor is. So it's one of those, I could weld it back together, but that would be a Band-Aid for a couple of months at best. So we ended up going out and buying a brand new deck.
Gotta do it. All right, be anything. I have a question. I got 9 of cups, 9 of wands, 9 of pens. Ooh, with 10 of cups in future. I got 2 of cups also. It looks like romantic love to me. Ooh, all those 9s are important. You know what? I always forget to lump them together. But you know who's really good at talking about when you get 3 of stuff is Benabel. Hold on.
Be anything. Do you follow any specific pantheon or path, or a specific god or goddess? I actually only ask because 9 is like the golden number for the Norse pantheon, and especially Uthin. And I'm wondering if it could be a different deity or a different pantheon. You might be, with getting so many 9s, being drawn to a certain path.
Yes. Oh, that's true too. And Benabel says 3 9s mean it's the meaning is one last hitch in the plan before success is had. So that's good. And Danny says he, depending on the day, he might be willing to jump on and do card draws with you. Oh, hell yeah, Danny. Anytime. If you're ready now, I'll send you the link, Danny.
Yeah, you could jump on with us.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I told you before I'll have you on. That'd be awesome. Anytime you're ready, you let me know. I'll send you the link.
That goes for any of you that want to jump on with us. Just let us know.
Actually, Norse Fire, I do have to disagree. It is Uthin. The traditional D with the little hash through it actually makes a th sound, traditionally in the Old Norse. I have heard a lot of people call him Udin and Odin or Wodan, Wotan, but traditionally in the Old Norse, it was Uthin.
And actually, the pronouncing of Woden is actually pulled from the Germanic, more so than the Scandinavian in background. And so it's actually an entirely different language base.
And
that's how
Victoria has tons of questions. She's taking over Brenda's altar. Woohoo! That's awesome. That's good news, Ed. She's connecting to it that well. I love it.
That's great.
Well, I'm just trying not to lose anything. Ayana wants to know what's the best things to learn about Scully's. It depends. I have some good books on it and stuff. I have done videos about Scullies though, that I talk about the books that I like anyways, and how to connect with them and stuff like that too. If you look, I'm trying to remember. I think on my playlist, it's under, do I have a playlist for Scullies? Shit, I can't remember. It's been 5 years, guys. I just realized when I was doing Amethyst's interview, I had to look up how long ago I was on, and March 2nd was my 5-year anniversary that I've been doing videos.
One of us will look and see if you have a playlist for Scullies, because honestly, my answer is Mama Squirrel.
Yeah, I know exactly. I know there's a playlist for crystals. I can't remember if I made one specifically for Scullies or if it's under the crystals one, but there's a couple that were really good. That we got into a lot of juicy stuff. What else? I just don't want to miss any. I'm working on it.
Yeah, it's hard. We're skipping so many and quickly.
I know.
I know Sarana had a question, but I don't know if there was anyone before. I'm trying to scroll back up and look. Nope, it would be Sarana. So she asked, how about witchy things to do undercover that's beyond beginners? I'm stuck at my Christian mother's house with my 3 kids and my sister.
Beyond beginner level.
Beyond
Sending
beginner.
Danny the link. Go ahead. I didn't actually hear the question, but I'll be right with you guys. Go ahead.
I honestly, I can't really say much because I've never been undercover, as it were. When I was 16, I came bursting out of the broom closet with a 12 gauge blowing the door open.
And
So
honestly,
I've never been in the broom closet.
And honestly, when I was in the closet, everything was pretty basic. It was learning to do work with crystals. It was learning, and when I was still in the closet, I was still learning everything, all these practices. And the way I did it undercover was to have to collect things in a shoebox, or just say that my crystal, or just have tumblestones and just say they were pretty, and that I had always liked rocks because that was true. Or to just have a cluster of seashells, and then just be like, what I like, you got them at the ocean. And even though reality was I was using them on an altar.
Yeah, I have to say too, my suggestion for that, and it depends on how, like, what do you mean by deeper? My deeper spiritual connection is really about meditation. So for me, my suggestion would be take lots of walks, like become an outside walker. And go out and bring a basket and a blanket and, do some meditation work outside under a tree, connect to Mother Earth that way, connect to water.
There's actually sort of the hiccup in using language like beginner versus advanced with this stuff is because what I would consider beginner, other people would be like, wait, you did that when you were just starting? That's how you learned? Yeah. I didn't do that for 2-3 years, because I started with structured rituals. But for me, I started with energy work, with figuring out how to, literally sitting in my bedroom, learning how to make energy appear between my hands, and feel energy between my hands, or coming from a crystal, or how to form a shield around myself. That was my beginner stage. So to me, that is basic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've got a question from that tarot lady. Mama Squirrel, where can I send something for the auction coming up?
So it is, and I see Scott is on here. That's cool. Scott, if you could maybe post the, I know your business address now is like right on Main Street, Medina, and that's where we've been having people send it is to the business address. That would be awesome. It's we're having most stuff sent to Mystic Dragon's Lair. You can always send it to me too if you want to. But most stuff is being sent to Mystic Dragon's Lair. So hi. Hi. What's up with you? Sent to Mystic Dragon's Lair. Oh yeah, mute that voice. Woo!
Oh
Oh,
yeah, we don't need reverb.
I was like, where is it coming from? Because I hear it, but I don't know where it's coming from. And I'm like, oh, wait,
You're
you're
not.
still up.
No.
Amy Simon has a good question. Can I get an opinion on casting circles? It's not something I practice, but have recently had a ton of paranormal activity in my home. Opinions?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have lots of opinions on that. It depends on what you intend to happen with that paranormal activity. So if it's something that you feel is like malevolent and not good and you want to get rid of it, that's a different thing. If you want to just let them know that you hear them and that, you know, you're open to it and you're willing to listen or whatever, that's different too. I would say casting a circle is a very good idea to open any kind of communication with them to start out with until you know for sure. And the casting circle part is just protection for you. And for them, it kind of makes that a safe place for them too, that there's nothing malevolent in their part of the world, in their part of the universe that can come in and bug them while they're talking to you. Beyond that, I guess it depends on what part of that is your question. If that makes sense. Does anybody else have anything to say on that?
Honestly, what we do when we feel a presence, we announce, basically, we know you are here. You are more than welcome to stay as long as you are not here to cause any harm.
Mhm.
And with me, if I feel something's in the space, I will ask them who will reach out, try to feel if they are to ask or feel if they are benevolent or not. And if they're not, let them know they need to leave. Now.
Yeah, exactly. I do the same thing. Or even like with me being in an apartment, it's really hard to like really do like a circle outside of my home. So for me, I usually put like black salt out on my like at my entrance door, and then I'll even put some out on my balcony, and then I'll have selenite on my bedroom windows.
Yep.
So it's still causing that protection. And if I feel someone, like Leyland said, feel them out, and if they're good, you know, let them know they're welcome. Otherwise, hasta la vista.
Yeah.
Another great thing to put by your windows for protection is snake skin.
Oh, I have that in my cupboard. So
Or
You can
make
put a little
a
bit around
protection,
every window. It's
or make
great.
a protection spell.
Yep.
Like a jar or in which you put in things that you find to be protective, or the for me, mine intends to involve a whole lot of black pepper, red pepper flakes, things that are not fun to put in your nose or on your skin, and that will be like, hey, no, back up.
You
Get
can
away.
also, what we've started doing at our place, because we also live in an apartment where we're basically a triplex. So we have a back door and a front door, but we have actually started taking the little mojo bags and we put rose petal, rosemary, lavender, different magical herbs in, and then we just hang them up above each door.
mm-hmm.
I like it.
And that has helped a lot at our place.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Salt, just regular old table salt too.
Even
Great.
crushed dried eggshells as well.
I was
Yes.
going to do that too, Danny. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
You're very connected lately.
And
Because
by the way, drying eggshells is really easy.
Yes.
You literally just pull the filmy membrane out, lay them out in the sun, and or on a counter. They'll dry out within a day.
and tell your family not to throw them out.
And tell your
The
family
other-
not to throw them away.
The other thing one could do is if they have essential oils like lavender or rosemary, make like a blessed oil blend and then go and put it on top of their doorways as well and windowsills.
And here's the interesting little known fact that not a lot of newer baby witches know you can actually cast your entire house as a circle.
Mm-hmm.
There is no limit to how big or small your circle you cast can be. You can make it the four corners of your entire apartment as long as you know north, south, east, west, and you know the elements that you feel should be in each one.
Also, the protection jar that I mentioned that I make. I don't use it just for my bedroom. I use it for my entire property, all the way from the road to the very back of the fence. And so this whole property is included in that spell. Oh, all four corners are hit, and I do not care that other people live in that space. It's because it is my living space too, and I want it to be safe.
Absolutely.
Yes, and it's witch's burrs too. The witch's burrs that I make. Sometimes you use protection ones and burn them around. That's a
And
really
again,
good one too.
I mentioned that I tend to put things in there that are like pepper and not nice to put in your nose or on your skin. I also put things that are spiky. So the natural things that are called witch's burrs, which are little pine burrs.
Mhm.
I have them in my yard all year long. I will literally shove them in there because if you've ever stepped on one, you know how much they hurt.
Almost as bad as a logo.
Oh yeah, thistle. One of my favorites is thistle. When I go to harvest my thistle, I have to wear like big like oven mitts because
Mhm.
ow, they are super damn sharp.
And rose thorns.
Ah,
Yes.
yeah.
Rose thorns are great. If you have a broken glass that's from your kitchen, you can use that in a protection spell. So
Or a
if
plate.
you recently broke something that was ceramic, like a mug, use it.
Pins, needles,
Push pins, needles from a
Urine.
sewing kit, safety pins,
pins.
Not
Don't
a
go
lot of
around
rusty
thinking,
nails.
biological stuff anymore, but I have put urine and stuff,
Yep.
especially when it's your own, because then they're protecting against what you have. So
And
I
also, if you're not comfortable using urine, guess what? You can spit.
Yep,
Yep.
or hair.
yep.
When I
Yep.
trim my undercut, I keep the hair trimmings so I can put them in spells.
Another thing, especially for us diabetics, your lancet needles, or even pricking your finger and putting your own blood in the
Yes.
jars as well.
And,
Because I'll do that every once in a while too.
and
So I've
yes,
got a-
that is the way to practice
Danny,
blood
have you,
going in
since-
magic.
with being diabetic, Danny, have you thought about using the used test strips?
That I have not, but that's a good idea.
That
It
is
is
great.
your blood.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good idea.
It would be
Yeah.
the same as taking your finger and putting a drop of blood in. You're just putting the whole strip in.
Yep.
Yep, absolutely. And Cass, that's hilarious, and I love you. And it's a good thing to say for new witches because I think all of us new witches probably have done that at some point or another. She says, hold on, I'm going to show that one. Because nobody really talks about that at first. I snipped my thistle last year right into a jar, which I have done too. But then it molded because you shut the jar, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened. You have to not shut the jar.
Yep.
It can't be a closed container. If you leave it open, then it dries naturally and the air is able to get out and the moisture that's in the thistle is able to get out and then it won't mold. And it takes quite a freaking while for thistle. Let me tell you, because they're thick mambo things. Like I think I left it all winter and then by the time the next season comes around, it was okay after that. But that's a good point. I've had lots of things like when I was a new witch that I didn't really realize. And you shut the jar and you're like, oh, look, I have a pretty jar of thistles and I have a pretty jar of this. And then it all molds.
And I think that's some people also put like fresh herbs in that they get from their garden and they don't think about drying it out right away.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
it all molds.
Yeah, all of them. That's
All
true.
of them. Unless
Right,
you're
any-
intending to use them quickly and fresh. If you are intending to keep them for a long period of time for a later date, dry them.
Yep.
Shauna actually still has the roses that I got her for Valentine's Day. They're fully dried, but they're still hanging to fully dry, even though they're already dried. She just doesn't need them yet, so there's no reason to take them down.
There we go. Absolutely.
Whale Song asks, do any of you admins like the book The Witch's Shield by Christopher Penczak? It is about protection magic and psychic self-defense.
I haven't read it, but now I'm going to.
I have a bunch of Christopher Penczak's books, and that's not one of them, but it's on my list.
Yeah, I have a lot of his books too, and I don't think I have that one.
I have Inner Temple, I have Outer Temple, I have Shamanic Temple, something, whatever that is. I have the yellow one, which
is air, I think, because I
Yeah.
think I have all 4 of them.
but I don't have that one. But it is on my list. I know it's on my list. And now that I know what it's about, I'll probably get it soon.
So Darcy just posted a really cool little hint. If you have a gas oven, you can dry herbs inside with the door shut and just the pilot light. It will dry weeds and herbs nicely. That's kind of cool. If you have a gas oven.
That is good. It's funny. Yeah, some of the dandelions, seeing Denise say something about dandelions, some of the dandelions that I have dried and stuff to use for my dandelion oil, I have dried a little bit in a very low temperature oven. It's hard because they, if you do it too high, they go to seed, which is okay. You can still use it, but I don't like the oil as much when it doesn't turn that awesome yellow color and stuff. So I don't like when they do go to seed. It pisses me off. So you have to do it really slowly and just the right thing and keep them out. And it's a pain in the ass because dandelions are so full of moisture that it's really difficult to get them to do that without getting them to mold. And it's like a fine line or seed. Pain in the butt.
It's just like this is why we do it. Kay just said, I'm jotting down so much info tonight that I've barely been chatting.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's why we're
Okay.
here.
That's
We're here
what
to
we
help
want.
you learn.
And I like what Cass says about using lamb's ear as a natural Band-Aid.
Yes, I know. That is awesome. I love lamb's
Oh.
ear.
And
And Native
For an
Americans used to use lamb's
unconventional-
ear. I'm sorry.
for an unconventional source of magical herbs, go find a survival book.
Oh, yes. They are awesome. Especially, I
Because-
would say that I love the old ones, the vintage ones. When I go, my thrifting and stuff someday when I'm allowed to go thrifting again, please. Then I always look at the vintage ones. You find vintage herb books and vintage like gardening books and stuff, and they have all kinds of juicy information in there about stuff.
But like particularly survival tips, the books that are like specifically aimed at trying to survive in the wilderness, because you will find out what herbs you can eat, which ones
yeah.
can be used for medicine, which ones can be used to help treat a wound, which ones will make it worse.
I miss thrifting too.
I have actually learned personally because I have a friend who goes up in the mountains and will spend days and weeks up in the mountains picking mushrooms. Go spend a day with one of those guys. He will tell you every herb, every plant, every flower, tell you whether it's safe or not. He can on site identify every mushroom and say that one's okay to eat, that one will kill you.
Mm-hmm.
If you
I
can
know.
find
Use
someone who does
your
that,
community
Yeah.
resources. That's one of the big things. Even if you're in the closet, there's all kinds of community resources that you can use that you don't have to tell people that you're going to them because you're a witch. I know there's locally we have several
That's enough.
community. We have a longhouse that's up in a couple towns over that is at the top of this hill that I used to live at when I was a kid. And they do all kinds of tours about the local Native Americans that were here, and they. Do you want me to shush?
oh no, I was
Oh.
after you
No.
go. After you're done, man.
They have all kinds of like tours and stuff, and the people who put on the tours are super knowledgeable about all kinds of stuff that they used before. And so then you start listening to all the stuff the Native Americans used, which is one of the things that where lamb's ear came from, that protection stuff or that healing stuff. The Native Americans used to use lamb's ear as bandages. So that was a good instinct for Cassie to know that, because that is a healing thing that was used by Native Americans.
Yeah. But no, Sonia was asking me where I'm from. I'm originally from Colorado, but I now live in Oregon.
Yeah.
That was all.
So, but yes, you can ask your family members, your friends, your people in your community questions that are not overtly witchy or pagan, and get a lot of information. My grandfather is a Baptist, okay, but I have learned a lot about gathering plants from him because he grew up on a farm. He knows what plants are snake berries and they're poisonous and don't eat them, and which ones are actually strawberries that are growing wild on the side of the road. But because he lives out in the middle of nowhere.
Old farmers are the best. They are the best for information. For sure.
So yes, I ask my grandfather all the time about plants that he recognizes when we go on walks, because he's a wealth of information. I don't have to tell him that it's because I'm a witch and I want to use it in a spell.
Exactly.
So speaking of grandparents and herbs, when my grandfather was alive over a decade ago, I lived with him, and then I inherited his house. And so I was staying with him, and I was learning herbs and everything, and I left them out on my dresser, and he went into my room to clean because he was nice to me and everything. And he goes, "So are you making marijuana in your bedroom?" And what made it worse was I worked at Kmart at the time, and I had a nurse come through my line, and she had one of those needle pens that they have that you can write with. And it had fallen under my bed, and he found it and thought there was blood in it too. So he not only thought I was making marijuana, but he also thought I was shooting up in my room until he realized it was an actual pen.
Yep. Sorry, Gramps. No, not that.
That was pretty much my thing. I'm like, yeah, not in this household.
No, that's not it. So Thomas's, I love Thomas's question. I've been trying to think of what to tell him. That's a really cool question. I'm sure we can come up with something without people thinking you're crazy pants. I know we all go silent, but I'm like, there's got to be something. What is it? It's a really cool question, though, Thomas. I like it a lot.
It is.
Do you have a large pipe, like a smoking pipe? One thing you could do is act like you're smoking a pipe, but have sage in it. And instead of inhaling, you're slowly exhaling. And as it burns down, you just sort of step around a corner, put some more sage in, and keep going. I mean, sage is one of the ultimate cleansers.
Yes.
I was even thinking sprinkling salt down, but I don't know how crazy that would look just walking down the road.
Right.
Sprinkling salt everywhere you go.
We're not in winter time, so that would look a little weirder than normal. So,
yeah.
You could do a Shawshank Redemption and rip a little hole in your pocket and just sort of shake the salt through your pocket as you walk.
Good.
That would be good. That would be good. Cass, I think I'm your biggest customer. Yes, Sonia, you forget it. You might think that, but
get in line.
I think that might be Mama Squirrel.
Yeah, you have not seen the bin that I have going.
I have a feeling after I pay this bill off that I owe them right now, I've probably spent over $1,000.
Wow.
Yeah, you're
Over,
not in the
not all at once. That's over the last maybe 6 months.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I think when I finally paid off my entire order this last time, it was well over $200. And I was like, all right.
Yeah,
I think the current bill that I still have to pay, I've already paid some on it, and I think it's still at like $263
whew,
right
yeah.
now.
Yeah, I'm not
I
saying
know
what
I've
mine
got-
is.
I know I'm
getting the number out of me.
positive.
Yep, you are not even in the neighborhood, guys. Let me tell you. I am not giving out my number, but it's high.
My money compared to what Mama owes is like asking a NFL player if he can borrow 50 cents.
Yeah, yep, it's high. Let me tell you. I'm saying the box that I already opened, I'm still paying off.
Just
Let's
think
just
how
do
much
that.
higher it's gonna get.
Yeah, no, and that's a good thing though, because Peter said to me, you can't spend anything. I'm like, yeah, but I'll be there. I can touch them all the time, and I won't have to say this one is mine. He's like, yeah, we'll see how that works for you.
Yeah.
The only thing that I would consider extending my bill any higher right now is if I would get a message with choices of gargoyles. That's the only thing right now is gargoyles.
You hear that, Cass? Wink, wink.
Oh, there we go. Oh, well, no, there is one other thing. If Cassie should manage to stumble across another small jade kitty cat, like the one I have for Troya.
Right.
But that's it. Otherwise, I got to get that stuff paid off before I buy any more.
And the dragon head Scully. Or the snakehead Scully. That's a good one.
Oh, they were trying really hard to get me to buy that one smoky quartz with the dragon on top of the skull.
Oh my gosh. If you guys saw how that looks in person, I was like, I can't do it. I can't just tie my hands down. No, I can't.
I was on their unpacking live when they unpacked it, and I started to like freak out how badly I wanted that.
It is gorgeous.
It's amazing, and I'm like, I really, really want, but I can't afford it. And of course,
I want.
Scott is the worst enabler in the world.
Oh yeah, he's really.
We do payments. Come on, we do payments.
Yeah, like, it's okay. I know he says to me all the time, "We know where you live. It's okay. We'll get it eventually." I'm like, "Shh, stop it! No, stop it." Are you kidding me? Every time I go, he pulls out the Charawhite skull, which I'm constantly like, oh my gosh. It's like,
I want this skull.
Oh, gorgeous. It's gorgeous. All right. What do you guys have? You want to do like one card readings, one card for each of us readings for a while?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Works for me.
What? I don't have the right deck out yet, but.
So here's the only caveat to that. When you choose to have a card reading from us, you've got to specify if you want me to do a tarot card or an oracle card.
Yeah, actually do that for all of us, because then I'll take out one of each.
Yeah, because I have my herbal, I have a Druidcraft tarot deck, and then I have a spirit oracle as well.
Nice.
I only have the one oracle deck, but I will pull from it.
I was telling Cass last night when she was doing one card readings, I'm like, yep, I'm going to bed, but I'm going to be laying in bed on Amazon looking to see if I want to pick any more decks out. But they're just going to sit in my cart for right now.
Yeah.
Someone has a payment plan on the Charawhite? No! What?
Hey,
You made her cry, Cass. That is not nice.
You
At
made her
least take a break, Mama. At least you can go touch it until they
Now
pay
you
it
have to
off.
order more just for her.
Oh, I thought it's so expensive. Nobody will take it. So at least then I can look at it.
But it wasn't meant to
No.
be for you right now.
Well, and you know what? I have to say that's true. I knew, like, had it supposed to have been mine, I would have done the same thing. I would have said, you know what, fine, just put it in my bin, and I'll pay you until I die, and then it'll stay here at least.
I'll
But
pay you until I die.
but I knew right away it wasn't mine. I mean, I love it. I drooled over it. Sorry, whoever bought it, but it's coming with my drool. But I knew it wasn't mine.
And I think that's one thing that's nice about us witches is if we have our intuition, it tells us, you know, we need this or we don't need it. And if we get a sense, we hold off on it so we don't have what's called buyer's remorse.
Yeah.
And then we go, oh, well, or we go, yes. And then we go, oh, wait, no, never mind. That's not mine. I want this other one.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was not meant to be. Damn it. I so wanted it to be meant to be, but it wasn't meant to be.
And there are those moments where it's like, I want it to be mine. It's not mine.
Cassie, I have over 48 tarot decks and oracle decks on my witch list on Amazon.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about how long my tarot wish list is. / oracle wish list is.
And it's all because of Mama.
And no, it's not all because of Mama on my part. Heard it started long before I found Mama. She just made it longer.
For me, I had like 3 decks on there that I wanted, and then Mama started showing decks, and I'm like, oh, I need that. Oh, I need that.
No.
Oh, I need that.
The fact that I'm sitting here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tarot decks around me, that is thanks to Mama. The reason I started buying them is Mama. I had a wish list of ones I wanted months ahead of that.
I know not the what I speak. I know nothing. I still don't have the right deck out. What the hell deck am I supposed to have out? Hello, intuition. Where are you?
Could you direct her, please?
No. What the hell?
Sonia, I will be glad to draw you a card. Would you like one from all of us? And would you like Oracle or Tarot?
You know what it is my Lake Sears is sitting next to me, and I'm like, nope, I'm not using that anymore. No. And every other deck I pick up is like, nope, that's not it. Nope, not that. Nope. I'm using Lake Sears, as gorgeous as it is. I'm really sick of having to use it all the time.
Also, if you hear growling in the background, it's my dog playing tug of war with her ring toy that's on my toe. So
all good. I promise you. I know you guys have heard my dog going yip 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 all freaking night.
Well, and it's like she won't leave me alone. So I'm like, okay, fine. I have to do something. And all I'm hearing is "Arr, arr."
I know, and everybody's like, it's beside you for a reason. Amethyst said, oh, come on, you know you want to use it. I know, but it pisses me off that it's making me connect to it so much because I'm like, no, come on. I need to use other decks. Yeah, I really am. I told Amethyst today on my interview, I'm going to have to put it in order again. So then I can't touch it because then it'll be for teaching for a while and I just can't touch it. And no. I need to use a different deck.
I have not seen anything from Sonia, but Gypsy Kendra would like a card from us.
Beautiful.
I am honestly, my gut's telling me tarot for Kendra. So
Well, let's draw for Gypsy for.
All right.
As soon as I pick up my deck, I'm sweating to death already. Come on, people. Go ahead. Whoever wants to go first, you can go. I'm not there yet. Oh, there you are.
And this is just proof for everyone who like Cassie has tried to use the excuse, I'm still new and need the book. Guess what? I'm still using the book too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Whatever you need, whatever you got. There's times I just pulled out Benabelle's book to see about 3 9s. Come on.
So I drew for you, Kendra, the Page of Swords. Courage and bravery despite inexperience. Lacking the necessary skill or experience to accomplish one's aims, but still pushing through. Taking a daring and direct approach will help to best achieve your desires.
Yes, Estelle, we can see you. It's just running fast, so. Cass, what am I holding to help me connect? It's my blue fluoride, of course. It's my chunk. I also have my squirrely blue fluoride here too, though.
I got 7 of swords. Your plan might seem clever right now, but maybe you want to re-examine that. Take another look.
And then I got the 8 of Cups, which is talking about the goals that you've been working towards may no longer satisfy you and may need to take a holiday to recharge and redirect yourself to the core purpose of your life.
Yeah, me too, Danny. I got 8 of Cups too. Which that's so funny. I cannot tell you guys how many times now Danny and I have connected on weird shit lately.
It's the Reiki energy. I guarantee it.
It is. That Reiki energy did connect like that. Yeah. So for you, Gypsy, you are hanging on, honey. You've been fighting for whatever this is. You've been fighting your ass off, and it's time. It's not yours anymore. It's time to walk away from it.
So we seem to have a lot of people wanting a tarot pull. I don't know if anybody is able to or willing to run a list for us so we don't miss anyone.
I know.
We've got an admin in the chat. They would appreciate it.
I mean, I'm on my phone, so I can't really do too well on a list.
Yeah, I'm on my computer, so I'm kind of going up to see if I can find where they are and get one.
I saw Steven said something that who was it? I'm trying to get back down and find it. Because Steven said somebody wanted to draw also, and I don't remember who that was. Moonraven, he said, wants a draw.
Yep, I see her or them.
Yeah. But I think we need to have
Alice Perch. Alice Perch says she'll run it. Thank you. Or Kathy.
Thank you.
Whichever. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. It's hard to keep up with the chat and be able to get the list going. Ew, don't do that again. Woo. Anyway,
remember, if you want to draw, let us know if you want an oracle or old tarot or an oracle from a specific person, how you would like it. Otherwise, we'll just default to just.
And Cassie got me a couple of my obsidian arrowheads to disconnect, which is what I do to disconnect when I'm done. So thank you, Cass. I could not find my outfit to save my life.
I feel stupid. I really wasn't planning on this, so I didn't bring anything to disconnect.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the fact that I'm in my room full of crystals.
I will have to leave here in about 30 minutes to go and do something at home, and I can get something. And if you're still on by the time I get back, I'll pop back in.
Okay. Okay, deal. If I'm still on, I might be in a bikini by the time we get back in. Holy crap. Where? All right. Where did I? Oh, here's
there you are.
Cute. All right. Whew, who's next? Cass. Cass. Who do we got there, sweet pea?
Cass said Moonraven and was is up near the top of the list.
Okay, let's do Moonraven then. Okay, I know I had something in my hair. What the hell did I have? Hey, Joey! Joey, are you awake? Do you have a hair tie? I love having sons with long hair. Thank you. I'm over here dying. Shit, where the hell to go?
Oh, no, that's not my problem.
Oh, come on, you suck.
I ain't looking for it.
God damn it, child.
And I officially wish I could reach through this screen and give her one because I have a whole pack of them.
All right, I saw it fly. Where did it go, Joseph? All right, it's probably like sitting in my bag or something.
So I'm going for Moonraven. So Moonraven, I pulled for you the Ace of Fire. Make sure it's up there. Okay, there we go. This card is about a show of force. And of course, obviously, the element of fire, destruction. I get a feeling that you have an opportunity to burn away something negative in your life. And in doing so, and in the process of doing so, your path will become a lot more clear and you'll be ready to pursue what you're aiming for with everything you've got.
All right, Moonraven, can I just ask? I need real names, guys. I know that's silly. There's something with my connection that I need your real name.
And then for Moonraven, I got Rebirth reversed, which is you may need to be aware that you need to make changes, but you don't know how, or you may fear the consequences, and you might feel a period of stagnation.
I got 10 of Cups, which is the happily ever after, her happy ending, and it is worth the work to get to this.
And hold on, sorry, I'm getting there.
Everyone likes a happy ending.
Did we get a name yet? Sorry. I know I'm such a pain in the ass. I'm like an elitist tarot reader. How annoying is that? My damn connections. I mean, I can. I just don't. I like to know that I have the right connection. And
I haven't seen anything from Moonraven yet, so
okay, I'll try without it. Okay, I'm pretty sure I got you. Salmon. So I'm seeing a salmon. You have a salmon as a guide, which means you are more comfortable coming back to the same place. Like your cyclical cycles of life stuff, you keep coming back to the same lifetime, the same experiences for a while. I don't know if that's in this lifetime or over many, but the salmon says, coming back to that same area all the time. Just as an aside, before I pull this Temperance card, this gorgeous, oh my God, beauty of a man Temperance card. Tammy, thank you. And so this is really about creating balance. And with the salmon coming up in your spirit guides, to me, that says something. It says that you have been frustrated lately about coming back to the same kind of energy. And that the way to help that out, at least for now, is to try to balance things like work and home and emotional and logical and, keep everything in as much balance as you can. Right now, that's really hard because we're all in this weird zone of, staying home and not seeing people and stuff. But there is something to be said for balancing out what your energy is doing. And so be mindful of that, and that should help balance that energy out. Hope that
Okay.
helps.
Next is Estelle, and she wants tarot.
You hear all the decks.
So, Estelle, I drew for you the Queen of Wands. This card is, I'm getting a leader, a female leader, maybe a matriarch in the family, someone who loves animals and is very self-aware and self-conscious and, well, not conscious, but self-assured of who they are, and is willing to help you work your way through something. I'm not sure what. It's very fuzzy, but a leader, female figure who loves animals and is, if they offer you help working through something, take that offer.
And it's interesting. I got the Queen of Wands reversed. So, right? So pretty much kind of what Pat was saying is to take someone's help, because the reversed is pretty much saying that whatever you're going through is kind of being barricaded or thwarted. So who's ever willing to try help you, take it, because you might be able to get past it. But especially with it being in this time, that to take pretty much anyone's help.
I got 10 of coins. That lucky ace of coins is manifested in the best possible way. His stability he reigns, crafted from deep affection and abundance. This situation isn't just one of having good stuff and well-behaved family. It is a sincere spiritual and loving understanding and appreciation that makes life worth living. Otherwise, it's just empty staging. So you need to accept your family's help to get that to be a real thing in your life. You need the help of people around you who to get to that happy ending.
And I did not get Queen of Wands, but boy, 3 queens in one reading. That's pretty cool. I got Queen of Cups, which is all about your intuition. Boy, it's, go with the flow. Make sure that you're using your intuition for whatever situation you're in. Trust that you've got this, that emotionally, you have the empathic spiritual connection to deal with whatever is coming your way emotionally. Trust that intuition of yours, because it's good. It's dead on. It's right. With 3 queens, you are the queen. There is no question anymore with 3 queens in a reading that it's you. So trust that you got this. There's been some block, some mental, emotional, spiritual block for you that you don't feel like you know what to do that's right for yourself. But whatever that intuition is telling you, you do. It's there. You got it. Trust it.
Yep.
MA is next, and she wants Oracle.
Okay.
Oracle for me, anyway, intuition wise, I can kind of go further with Oracle because it's really, you riffing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right, little Danilyn. I agree. That synchronicities with the readings, I love when that shit happens. The universe just really reiterates, yes, that's what I meant. And yes, that's what I meant.
All right. So, MA, I drew for you the Code Grove. This card represents Samhain, October 31st. It's all about connecting and communicating with the spiritual realm and your ancestors. This is basically, I'm feeling like you need to take some time and think about connecting to, I'm getting a male ancestor, very masculine. I'm not sure if it was a military background, but very strong, very direct, very controlled. Not controlling, but had a lot of self-control ancestor that you need to reach out to and connect with for guidance on something specific. This will be the interesting one with how many different Oracle decks there are.
Right?
Yep. I've got the hummingbird with the message, the more her energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. Which is exactly right. The more you lean into your practice, the better you're going to get at it. It is a practice. You must practice it. So if you are feeling drawn toward that ancestor practice, lean into it. It will feed back to you.
No, I did.
And then I pulled the Fox Spirit, which is think on your feet. So pretty much whatever situation you're going on, even though you may think that you're stuck, there's some creativity inside of you that you can draw upon, and then it will get you through that, which is kind of what foxes do because they're considered sly, so they think really quick and are able to make their next move, even though they think that they're in one spot for right now.
Really good. So I'd say, I mean, when I was connecting, I immediately saw you in a cave that had a sudden burst of light through it. And so I'm using, by the way, Crystal Medicine Oracle deck. And when I pulled the card, it made sense because it's reflection. And it pretty much shows exactly what I just said. Dark cave, bright light coming through it. Time to reflect on things, to really dig into. It's also the Rhodonite card, which is a heart reflection. So it really is. It's time to kind of look at, and I would say definitely use your ancestors for this. That makes a lot of sense to what I was seeing. That whatever it is, really take the time to reflect. Get quiet. do some things that will allow you to connect without all the busyness and noise. And it's funny that, in this COVID thing that we're all in, this is, boy, the time to do that. If you want to use it to the advantage of really taking that time to connect, and the silence and darkness. And sometimes it takes that to really feel and hear, what your ancestors, what your guides are trying to say.
And Kay, the oracle deck that I'm using is the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed.
By Jenna Della Grottaglia. And CBR just wrote the stupid book. But Jenna Della Grottaglia is the artist who's amazing. Okay, anyways, go ahead. Sorry, just my little thing in there.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. So
see, that's because CBR doesn't put her name anyplace ever. So yeah, but I'm not.
Must shout her out at all times.
Have to do it.
And then Whisper 3 was next, and she wants tarot.
That would be Denise.
Yay, Emmy, that's perfect. I love it. Have drawn High Priestess today. Hell yeah. That goes right along with it all. Tell it like it is, Mama. Oh yeah, I forgot I talked about that on Amethyst channel today too.
Denise, I've pulled the 5 of Cups. Something in your past is holding you back. You're dealing with some disappointment, and you're turning away from present possibilities for fear of history repeating itself with something in your past.
Got the 10 of Swords. This situation is over. Time to move on. Let it go. So take those swords out of your back and start to move on to a new situation.
And I got the King of Cups. So one way to probably move on is to meditate and use like music or some sort of creativity that will help you get past that situation and make sure that it is something that you are passionate about, so you can get moving on the future, not keep dwelling on the past.
I got another cup. I got the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is all about taking that chance. Sometimes he takes chances that, aren't the smartest, most logical, chances. He is just going by his heart. So really step out there and take that chance to be like, okay, whatever is in the past is in the past. Get rid of it and step forward, take that chance on the emotional that you're looking for, that you know is coming, that is around the corner, that take the chance, take the leap. I love these
Yes,
Saturday
who do we
night.
have next?
Love it. These Saturday night readings kind of rock.
I do like it.
Especially when you're not the only one putting the energy out.
Right? It's nice. Nice. Oh shit, I didn't disconnect. Shut disconnect.
Janet Clark and wants tarot.
Okay.
It's okay, Cass. I understood what you wrote.
Yeah, that's perfect, Emma. I agree. That's a perfect thing. Pulling cards along with us, listening how we read. You can
Yeah.
even say out loud how you would read the card.
Interestingly enough, for Janet, I again drew the Queen of Wands. So again, I'm getting a female, very reserved, with a true appreciation of nature. Again, I'm getting that if they're offering something, that you should accept it, or you should find out who it is and reach out to this person.
Is anybody else ready? Because
I've got the Fool. That whole starting a new journey. It's time to jump off and take that leap of faith that you will land on your feet.
What's interesting, I got the Lovers. So taking, whether it's in the future, which could mean that there's someone in your future, but it also means, since every day you're walking through dilemmas, to pretty much just keep on trekking through that path, because you're going to develop maturity and more depth of your soul.
And to have 3 major cards in one reading is a big deal. I have to say, before I reveal this card, when I first connected, immediately got super dizzy. So I don't know what is going on with you, but it has to do with your head. It has to do with your thinking has been all over the place lately, and you're kind of, either confused or in the clouds, or not quite sure of where exactly your thought process is going. And I got Hanged Man, and so that is really, okay, this has been a time for you that you have been sacrificing the things that maybe are better for you, the things that you feel like this is the path that you're supposed to be on for everyone else, or for stuff down the road, and I do feel like that time is starting to come to an end. So be prepared for that head dizziness to clear, and be prepared to really start stepping forth with the next step of your journey, that you're ready to go. Clear that head right out and just be ready to jump right down and be on your own 2 feet.
All right. I got time for one more, and then I got to run for about 15, 20 minutes, but I'll be back.
Okie doke.
Who is next?
Oh my God, Janet, that's terrible.
That's awful.
Oh, honey. Well, it's almost over. It's about to get better for you. You have been doing this self-sacrifice thing, but it's about ready to get better. So get ready. That everything's clearing.
Which would especially talk about dilemmas and tragedies and all that too. So,
Whew.
All right, Cass, who's the next contestant?
Who's the next contestant on The Price is Right? Come on down. Donna D-Lab.
So, Donna, I drew for you the 8 of Pentacles. This is a card about steady work and putting in the effort. And putting in the steady effort and the steady work, you will actually succeed at what you're working towards.
I've got death, which is not that necessarily be a bad card. It's the end of something. It is time to be born again and start something new. Not just an ending.
The transition card.
Yep.
Which then I got the Magician. So realizing what your dreams are, taking time for action, and use your willpower to focus to take the first steps towards achieving your purpose.
Nice. So again, this must be I'm gonna feel the physical shit tonight. So as soon as I connected, I got a really bad left earache. So that either means physically, like your left ear has been bothering you, or for me, the left side is the side of lies and deception and stuff like that. So you have either been hearing lies and deception and you know it, or you actually have an earache lately, or there's something bothering your ear. It could be either. And I got the wheel. So be prepared. This is the time to know that things are happening in cycles. And even though this may be a cycle that seems like a long drawn out cycle to you, it is changing. The wheel is still turning. Things are still moving on. So if this has been a hard time for you, your luck is coming around. It's getting better. Hang on. You're almost through that. If it's a time that's been really good for you, start, be that squirrel for a while. Squirrel away the nuts that you're not using right now and know that the cycle will continue to turn. And so you need to prepare for that too. Just so you know.
So I saw the name of who was next, so I had to do a draw for Rochelle before I go. And Rochelle, 8 of Pence again. Keep pushing towards your goal. Keep steady, and you will achieve your goal.
Funny, he got a repeat. So did I. The Fool. Well, start the journey. Take the first step. It can't. And start moving for the adventure until you jump off the cliff.
All right. I'm going to say goodbye for now. I will be back, hopefully 15, 20 minutes. Love
Awesome.
you all, and hope I will see you soon.
See you later,
Bye.
Pat. Thank you, Pat. All right, Rochelle, I'm coming. Hang on. Let me just finish connecting here. Okay. I gotcha. And your third eye is fucking incredible, by the way. Blowing me away. As if I didn't know that before, but now connecting to that is pretty freaking awesome. So let me pull my card eventually. Go ahead, Danny, if you get it first.
I got the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So having difficulty trusting in yourself and life, the ability to flow with the natural rhythm of the earth and her seasons may have been lost. So embrace the 8 seasonal festivals and spend time outside.
Hey, nice. I got 7 of Swords. And this to me is a spiritual card for you right now. You have felt like you have been stealing or hiding, or you haven't shown your spiritual potential, or you haven't brought out your spiritual potential as much as you should be. There's something that you have not, I don't know how to say, like, you're better than what you've been portraying. And connecting to that third eye I just did, holy shit, yeah, you're good, honey. So know that you can step forward in your truth spiritually. You got this, girl. You have been hiding a piece of it, or maybe not pulling out exactly all the cards that you have, and that's okay sometimes. But you got way more than you have been revealing, and it's there. So go ahead. It's time to pull it all out and show how good you are.
And you're very welcome, Amethyst.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, okay, she finally went and laid down because I had to open up my balcony door, and it's a little chilly out tonight, so she's laying on one of the big blankets and by my couch.
Yay. You're welcome, Amethyst. Thank you. That was an awesome interview. I don't think I've done an interview that I had more fun. That was great. 2.5 damn hours. My voice just
Okay, and little Dandelion is next, and she says, "Whatever feels right."
I've got 7 of elixirs, or which is 7 of cups, which is step back, get a larger view. You've got a lot of choices to make.
And little Dandelion, don't worry, honey. I know you. You don't have to use your name.
And little Dandelion, I got chamomile from the Druid Plant Oracle reversed, which is the exact same as Mama's card that she picked in my little reading I did on her page. So it means that it may indicate that you are experiencing a good deal of stress at the moment, and it can be helpful to focus not on the source of stress, which could be out of your control, but on how you are reacting to it. So pretty much take time and reflect and see where you're actually needing to place your emotions.
Okay, and so before I pull my card for you, it is the night of visions. Every time I connect, I'm telling you tonight. But I see your light in like almost covered by like a bushel barrel. And I know that you have a hard time at home, and it's hard for you to be yourself at home and stuff, but I feel like I almost burst into tears because I feel like you have that heaviness about you right now, and you're just dying to get out of there and to shine your light out there. And do I feel that?
I feel like as soon as this is over, they're gonna pretty much run out the door and be like, "I'm free."
Yes, I know. Oh, I just want to hug you because I'm like, oh, honey, I just love you. So the card that I pulled from you was the Devil. And the Devil to me is so much more that, I don't know, it's so much more than, actually, this is a good Devil card because it's not just addiction issues, and sometimes that's all you hear about is addiction issues and people repressing it. Sometimes it's you repressing yourself, and you're forced to, and you have to, and it's it's one of those things that you don't have a choice but to not be who you really are, and you feel that so deeply.
See, that's actually reminding me of my interpretation of the devil card from my Mystic Fairy Tarot, because it's such a little impish little card, and I'm digging through the deck trying to find it real quick, because in this, yes, look at how he's got his hand out to you, who like, hey, come on, play on the wild side for a minute.
Yeah.
It's okay to not push yourself into feeling like you have to deny all of your vices all the time.
Yes. Yep. So it has, I feel your pain, honey. It has not been an easy time for you lately. And I just know that you are loved here, and that you are you. I know sometimes I know you have to hide that sometimes, and I get that, but we love you.
There's the devil I'm referring to.
We love you.
And he is such a little imp, and he's smiling, and he's jumping, and he doesn't strike me as this, ooh, you have to be chained to me, you have to escape me. He strikes me as like, come play. Be on the wild side with me for a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. So I hope that helped, honey. At some point, you are going to break free from that. Little Dandelion, you've been watching me long enough now that you know that these tears are, because I love you and I hate to feel my people in pain. But you're getting there. You're getting to the point where you're going to be able to be you and be you completely and be you in whatever way you want to be you in. And you're getting there. Yes, you're welcome, honey. I know. Commune is coming. Just move up. We'll figure it out.
Cass, that is the Mystic Fairy Tarot.
All right. Who is next? Jackie, Tarot, or Oracle, whichever we want.
Uh-oh.
Wolves, Jackie. What is it with wolves in you? You have lots of them around you right now. I can tell you that. And they're there right now for you. They're temporary, though. They're guarding something.
Miss 64 Babs was next.
Oh, sorry. Damn
And
it.
they
I'm
won.
already connected, so I hate to skip and then come back. But it's hard to disconnect and then try to reconnect to the energy. Sometimes they don't let me back on the same.
We'll do them next then.
Yep. I promise.
And they want tarot, so.
Okay.
All right.
So, Jackie, I pulled 2 of Swords for you. So things are up in the air for you. There's a choice to be made, and you're not real sure which way you want to go with it. You feel like you might have an inkling. There is more information to be gained. See how she has this blindfold on? Her hands are totally free. Take the damn blindfold off and get the information that you need to actually make the decision the way you want it to be. And the other, as far as the wolves go with this, seeing what the card is helps me because I can tell you that whatever it is that the decision that you need to make, the wolves are there to protect you for whatever decision you decide to go through. And they will continue to be with you as long as you need those wolves there. They are total protection. They are totally there to look out for your interests. And so don't be afraid to make the decision that you think might be the right one, that they'll be there and allow you to go through that.
And it's interesting you say that because I did an oracle, which is the giraffe, and it says, see the big picture. So don't just focus on what's around you. Focus or look at that plus what also could be the outcome so that you might be able to see what's going to come into fruition instead of just, okay, this is what's going on now. I can't do anything. See more of the spectrum that you can put your influence in on.
I got 3 of wands. Make use of this time and by doing what you can to help things along and plan your next step.
Miss 64, I need a name, honey, when you get a chance. The delay on StreamYard drives me nuts. It's a lot longer than YouTube.
Right?
Barbara, got you. Thank you.
All right, so the one that I got was the 8 of Cups. So you want to visualize the future as you give thanks for what was in the past, and then continue your journey on into the future and learn the life lessons from what happened. That way you can try to avoid making the same mistakes.
I got 7 of Pentacles, and it is not necessarily a happy-looking 7 of Pentacles either, or it is very much the darker end of the card. The learn from your mistakes, learn what you should have done in the past, move on, and learn how to do it better next time.
Okay, and what I got, you're welcome, Jackie. What I got, first of all, on connection is, this is going to sound so goofy, but wet feet, but good, like cool, standing in a cool stream, wet feet, which to me means good emotion, not necessarily that feels good, but that rinses away stuff that needs to be rinsed away. So there's stuff that you need emotionally to get rid of, but it'll feel good when you can finally get rid of it. And I pulled an ancestor healing, connect with tree energy, and amber. Amber is going to be a big thing for you right now because there's so much information in that amber. There's so much ancestor code there. There's stuff that can be held in there for generations upon generations upon generations. So seek out those ancestors in order to help you let go of some of the things that you've been hanging on to that you don't need, and to find out how to move forward again.
Night, little dandelion.
Good night,
little
sweetheart.
dandelion.
All right, so next is Linda Wakeland, and she wants Oracle.
I'm a water baby. I always go to water my meditations. There you go.
I do too, Barbara. I am a Gemini Cancer cusp baby, and I can either go with water or I will go with air. So
That's funny. I love water, but I have none, 0 in my natal chart. So
I love being in the water. I don't gravitate toward it in meditations.
I'll have to send you my natal chart, Jen, because I pretty much have a equality of all of them within each house, almost.
that's cool.
Or at least like each hemisphere has like a similar number of them, and I'm like, whoa.
That's cool. You're welcome, Miss 64. Linda, you have cheetahs running through your spirit guide place.
Okay, is it just me or
Whatever's going
is
on,
anyone
you're
else hot?
moving fast. Say that again. What?
I said, is it just me or is anyone else hot? Like
Yeah.
feeling like they're on fire?
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
yep, I'm feeling it too.
Okay. Whew.
Like I
And
said,
I've got my air conditioner on blast. So.
I had my balcony door like partially open and it's like 30 some degrees outside and I should be freezing and I'm not. I am like burning. But I got the Hawk Spirit Oracle, which says, let spirit be your guide. So pretty much let your intuition take you where it needs to go, because anyone can tell you what to do, but at the same time, you need to listen to yourself and what your guides and spirit animals are doing, because they will lead you in the right direction and will kind of kick you in the butt if you take the wrong step.
I got the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work.
Amen.
yeah,
I think that said it all.
right. As soon as I connected, there's cheetah energy, which is very, very fast moving energy. It is when I see cheetah, it's because stuff that is going on in your life is going really freaking quickly. Like you can't hardly keep up, and things are running. And then we all felt really hot, which means things are running.
Yep.
And then the card that I pulled is Sacred Healing Malachite, and it's the Sacred Drum. So that is very much the way to slow things down is keep it in a beat of rhythm. Start to pull things into your life that is in a rhythm. Make it not quite the chaos. Make it go to the beat that you want to beat. And start carrying around malachite if you have it. If you don't, try to get it. If not, get a picture of it even. You can do that. But the malachite will help you to create that beat. Thank you, Kasha. I'm drawing along. Whale Song says, I drew the hangman from the numinous there, hang from a tree over peaceful water, tree in full bloom. Also, a closed door in the tree. Ooh, nice.
Okay, and Kasha is wanting to know why they are struggling with money and their magic hasn't been working.
Okay, hang on. Let me take a second to disconnect. Your real name is Danielle. Thank you. Sometimes then I'll try to connect. Literally, I'll try to connect, and they're like, who?
Yeah,
What
and
are
I
you
think
talking
she said it earlier as well. But it is nice that you said it again, so thank you.
Yes.
literally, I've gotten to the door before, and I don't know if I've ever. I mean, I think I have, but if you're new to my channel or you don't know how I connect, I'm connecting to your spirit guides, and there is a door. So when I knock on the door, they open it, and I will say, like, "I'm here for." And if it's Kasha and they don't know that name, they will be like, who the hell are you talking about?
She's not here. Please come back.
No, wrong way. So
Yes, it helps that because Mama has done readings for me before. That one, I go by Leolyn with my guides. Number two, that she actually knew who I was.
yep.
See, and for me, it's interesting because I have the Celtic spelling of Danny or Daniel for my magical name, but I think my guides know it as both. So it's fun how they can translate it because everyone's like, so what's your magical name? Dane. And they're like, that's your same name. But it's not.
But it's not. Oh, also, in case anyone was unaware, or because you're not in Facebook group or you didn't realize that other name is my real name, that other name that you see on Facebook is my actual birth name.
It's funny, no, because I've known you as that kind of, but I've never even said that out loud because that's not you.
Mm-hmm.
You're Leland. I don't know what that other name is.
Why do you think I'm not saying it out loud? It's like, no, that's not my name here.
Yeah, because I don't even know what your real name is. I just know you know as Leyland. So.
Okay, can I just put that up there? Because holy shit, I love when that happens. She just got her drum today. Yay! And she's very
when that
happy.
happens.
Love when the universe goes, yeah, that was right. Yay. Okay.
Yeah, and it could also be the fact that I have a very old lamp that's above or by me, so it's making my face look a lot redder than what it actually is. So, because I know someone said I looked hot. So.
I totally forgot the question now. I'm totally connected now. Now I'm like, shit, what's
why
the
they're
question?
struggling with money and why their magic hasn't been working.
Okay, I gotcha.
And I got the Princess of Cups, which is an opportunity to follow your dreams, the beginning of a project and good news, the arrival of a new soul in the world, the birth of a baby, the beginning of a loving relationship, a sensitive, loving, and imaginative young person. So I can't say why you're struggling with money, but I would assume that there is something coming in your future of kind of needing to almost do like a rebirth, a transition of maybe finding something that's a different path, or even just finding something else to incorporate into your workings that would kind of give it that spice to amp it back up, because right now you're feeling stuck and that barrier is not going to drop until you actually find what's actually there. So I would meditate and talk with your spirit guides and spirit animals and see what they would say. And that could also incorporate on struggling with money too, because sometimes they put a whole block on your life until you actually find out what's going on, and then they kind of go, okay, you have access to everything again.
And let me just say, I'm going to let you go first because I haven't even pulled my card yet. But upon connecting, my initial reaction upon connecting, the thing that I saw was a cherry blossom tree that's about to blossom, that it's not quite there yet, that it's like just waiting to blossom, which totally goes along with what Danny was just saying.
I've got 6 of wands. We did this. his victory, his celebration, and you got this. You can do this, but you have to put in the work to get here.
Okay, and I got 5 of cups, which, of course, the first thing I say when I get the 5 of cups is turn around. That's the first. There may be 2 spilled cups in front of you, but there are 3 full ones behind you. And so there is. You're about to blossom. There is an energy right now that is it's like you're waiting to explode with what you need to do. And it's like there's a commitment issue there, and it may not be yours. It may just be that everything you're doing just isn't quite right yet. And it's just, but it's like on the verge. Turn around. It's like screaming in my head, turn around. It's there. It's there. It's just, it's just
The very first thought I had when I saw your question was, because your magic does work.
Yeah.
You just have to put the intent behind it.
Yes. Yes. And it really is just about letting go. Sometimes it's about letting go of the details of it and just saying, okay, here it is. And pushing it out there and letting it go. Turn around and realize what is working and focus on what is working. And the financial, that part of it will come to it. Everything for you is just about to blossom.
Yep.
And right there.
And I like what Amethyst said. She says awareness, because there's something there, but you're probably focused on one thing and you're not looking at the bigger picture and trying to figure out what steps to take next.
Yes.
All right, and Jack is next and wants tarot.
Jack! I didn't even see Jack in here. Where are you? Am I that blind? Seriously, like I don't even see this.
I think he's like way towards the top because I haven't seen him say much.
My Jack.
Jack.
Him and I are ADD buddies. Them and I are ADD buddies. All right. Let me disconnect. Damn it. I'm like, Danielle, what? Oh.
Hello. Oh, wait, wrong door.
Yeah.
Wrong door. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, never mind. I wasn't supposed
She's
to go.
trying to deliver her to the wrong door.
Not good. Okay. All right.
Yes, now all I have in my head is
because I know Jack. Like I was also with Jack's store too, so it was like, "Hi, I'm here for everybody." No,
I'm not. I take it back. I take it back right now.
So if you feel a connection to Danielle, Jack, that's my fault. I'm sorry.
All right.
Jack, do I need to whoop your ass? Why am I feeling heart pain? Seriously.
Don't make Mama whoop your ass.
If you have not been taking care of things that have been coming up, you're in trouble.
Oh no. You're about to get Mama
Which
Bear.
is interesting because I pulled the 9 of Wands. So you've emerged from a struggle, but are worried the worst is to come and remain cautious. Fear and conflict ultimately spring from within and have been wounded. You may isolate yourself as a means of defense. So make sure you take care of yourself.
And that could be isolation. The isolation thing I know is hard on all of us, and ADD are, our peeps with really hard on us too. So it could be just the emotional. Oh, I need somebody. People, where's my people?
Now you're just scaring me, he says.
See, I got Ace of Swords, which is take his sword and find truth. Wield it and find clarity. But don't harm yourself with it. Take care of yourself. If swords have a second blade, don't dig it into yourself.
2 aces, honey. So beginnings are around the corner. Mine is Ace of Wands, though. Your creative energy right now is off the charts. So use that creative energy and whatever your heart is hurting for, be it emotional, use that creative energy to help you move on with that. And I feel so bad because I know you've been reaching out to me lately, and I always feel like, it's been so freaking nuts lately. I hate when my people reach out to me and I don't have the time to reach back. But I'm here and know I love you. And use that creative energy. You have got some amazing freaking talent that if I had the talent that you have, my little pinky is unbelievable. So
okay, seriously,
creative.
When I'm getting the physical symptoms, I don't connect that hard.
See?
Now I'm getting the chest pain. I don't know if I'm getting it from Mama or you.
Now, is it chest pain or lung pain? Because I was just having...
Okay. Chest.
Heart pain.
Yep.
Now, which could be emotional.
Yeah. All right. Kay is next and wants Oracle.
Okay. Drop it. Disconnect.
Yes, disconnect.
No knocking on people's doors.
No. I love you, Jack. I miss you. I'm sorry I haven't been there.
Now I have Cinderella in my head. Jack.
Okay, now you've got it in my head, and literally all I'm picturing is a damn mouse.
Look at Pat's like, hello, people. I'm here, you idiots.
I'm back.
Yay!
We're too busy being cross letting back in.
All right, we're doing a reading for Kay, and she wants Oracle.
Alrighty.
Okay, that loneliness is getting to you, sweetheart. Ooh. That heaviness of heart, it's the time period. First of all, I have to say, for everyone, understand that the only thing I had close to that physically was panic that I couldn't feel my heartbeat. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yes. Look at it more metaphorically. That's right. But yes, hey, I know, honey, this whole shutdown and everybody's got to stay home thing. I know it's hard, and you are feeling it, girl. The heaviness is there.
Denise, Shauna's actually right outside smoking at the moment. We're just sort of having a disconnect, and after this, we're going to start at the fire pit and have a good evening. So,
send me another video. I loved that video this morning of the fire pit.
I'm gonna actually just go live on Facebook in the group or something and chit chat and enjoy the fire.
Because our weather isn't there yet. I can't have an outside fire yet.
So, okay, I actually drew the first card for you in the deck. This is endings and beginnings. Get rid. There's something that you need to just get rid of. Something does not need to be in your life anymore, and it is time to throw it out. Start new. Get rid of the old and start with something fresh and new that you've been thinking about. Something's been bothering you in the past that you're like, well, I don't know whether I should get rid of it or not. Now is the time to get rid of that.
And I got my outer experiences are a reflection of my inner condition. So, yes, your world is going to reflect all that stress you're going through, all that loneliness. You're going to have to do something with it.
And I got the frog spirit, which is clear out the clutter. So pretty much don't let yourself be stuck in where you are. Clear out what you need to, and then you can jump into the future with a better cleared mind. And even spring cleaning, get rid of what you don't need and declutter your space as well.
And I got, upon connecting, first of all, I got an image of a snowy owl with a broken wing. You are just crushed. You're just crushed, honey. But that snowy owl is bright and intelligent, and even without being able to fly, you have so much to offer. So it's there. You just have to find a different way of using it. So the card I got was the sun card, Heliodor. The crystal is called Heliodor. It's not one that a lot of people have, but it's sun energy and it's divine masculine. And so for me, that says to me, this is how you get out of this funk thing, is to go a completely different direction than you're used to. That male masculine energy, the divine masculine energy, is all about stepping forward and being confident even when you're not. It's about faking it till you make it. It's about going, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to stop feeling like this. And I'm going to step forward. And I'm going to pretend I know what the hell I'm doing even when I don't. And I'm, and just grasping onto that and really stepping forward with it. And eventually you'll believe it and you will catch up with it. But for now, just do some things that you wouldn't normally do, which is step forward with your bad self. You got it. You just have to believe it. If you don't have Heliodor, which is not one a lot of people have, use some bright oranges, some carnelian, some calcite or nice orange calcite, some reds, some yellows, just that real sunny kind of colors. Yes, I hear that, Kay. I know, honey.
All right, and Hedwitch is next and wants tarot.
Hedwitch, did you get your name?
You're welcome, Kay. And Hedwitch's name is Trevor.
That's right. I always, it has been a month since Trevor changed his name, and I still can't remember that it's Trevor. I'm like, oh my God, duh.
Write it down.
I know. I'm going to have to hold my pen. I'm telling you, Trevor. And then I'm like, duh, like I don't know who you are. It's Trevor. So bad.
Trevor, I drew for you the Chariot. You need to keep moving forward with the path you're on and redouble your efforts and push a little harder because you are on the right path.
Five of Wands. Time for a little friendly competition. And keep your skills sharp. Or put your best foot forward and give as good as you can. But do remember to remain a team player.
And then I got the Three of Wands, which is have confidence in yourself, particularly in business, communication, and written inventions. It's a good time for long-term planning or bringing three factors together in order to launch a project.
And have you been getting headaches? Damn it. Why am I physically feeling all you people?
Just don't pass it to me this time.
Right? Oh, right behind my eyeballs, Trevor. So I'm sending you Reiki for that because your spirit guides are sick of feeling it. 6 of Pence. The 6 of Pence, it says that the way out of this is to give more, is to give of yourself even more than you have been, and you are a giving person. So the way out of this thing that you have felt like you're in is to be more generous, even to give more of yourself, and that'll help. I know when I kind of feel down about myself, or I feel like weird shit is going on, I don't know how to get through it. If I just focus on everybody else for a little while, suddenly I'm like, all right, I can get through this. It's all right. So that's the way through this, is to be generous with your time and energy and stuff for other people for a little while. Whew. And let me know. Yeah, actually, not let me know. I'm putting you in my Reiki basket.
You're not getting a choice in the matter.
Yeah, holy moly.
Hey, at least she's not passing it to me this time.
Yeah. All right, where's my little piece of the paper? Here. Trevor, headaches. I don't know if they're emotional headaches or if they're physical, but whew. You're in there. Okay, sorry, Catherine.
And,
Okay.
And if you guys keep seeing me reach up here, that's because I'm grabbing different crystals.
That's okay. I'm using the lapis that I got from Cass's shop, and I think Mama picked it out. And then I just realized I'm also getting the hematite that she picked out during one of the lives as well. I'm like, I'm just going to go pick up 2 crystals, and I'm like, oh, wait, these are both the ones she picked out for me.
Perfect.
Because my crystal shelf is like right above my head right now.
Yeah, mine's still sitting in the window because I was letting it charge during the full moon.
When I say shelf of crystals, I mean shelf of crystals. I have an entire witchy shop up there.
So, Catherine, I drew the Muin vine. This is all about bringing things to fruition and being thankful for the successes you've had. So you are coming to the close of something successful, or will be soon, and you need to be thankful and show your thanks to all who are involved in helping you to do this.
Yes, Kay. I can find my pen.
I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Be mindful of of what you are thinking about, where you are putting your intention, and where you are putting your gratitude, because it does reflect in what comes back to you.
And then I got the dog spirit, which says, be loyal to what you love. But it also talks about the fact that you are loved now and can trust that this is higher love is true. And spirit loves you, and love has arrived in many forms. So just don't forget that during this time as well.
I realized that it's my turn already, and I'm realizing that I was not using the right deck for you, Catherine, and your spirit guides were like, what are you doing? No. Okay, I gotcha. Your spirits are a little pushy. um, but that also tells me that things have been a little unsure. Like it has not been an easy choice for you. Whatever you've been doing has not been like, oh, this is there and this is there. Usually, when I'm wishy-washy with decks, it's like because they're not exactly sure which direction we're going and what energies I'm supposed to be looking at. And so we got hidden depths. And I need my damn glasses. Hang on. So this is from the Oracle of Fairies. Yeah, there it is. And this is a Karen K deck. And so, ooh, that's pretty. Hidden depth. So isn't that funny? She's like half in the water. Love that. So something hidden is about to come to light. Perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. And that wishy-washiness is about to head away, and you're going to figure out exactly which direction you're supposed to be going in. And what is going on? Holly, did you just lose your husband? Seriously? Did I see somebody say that? Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she said,
sorry,
my husband died. What should I do now?
Oh, honey.
Oh, I'm
Honey.
so sorry about that.
Mourn. It's time
Mourn.
to mourn, honey. Take that time
Make
that
yourself
you need.
feel it.
So, real quickly, as we get ready for the next one, Jana just showed me this is a post she saw on Facebook, and it's the big black guy from the Green Mile crying, that scene. And it says, I don't want to be essential anymore. I'm tired, boss. I can't disinfect anymore.
So right there. Oh my goodness. I have had enough of being essential. I want to go home. Yes.
Viola for Tara.
Non-essential. I'll trade with anybody.
Nope, I'll keep my non-essential job. Thanks.
Yes, yes, yes.
What's your number?
All right.
If I traded with you, you'd be fired quicker because I'd probably tell someone exactly how I felt and they wouldn't like me.
True. True.
And it wouldn't just be your boss, it
I'd
would go to
probably
the others.
chew who somebody a new hole and get you fired.
Yes, yes.
You wanted that last 2 weeks of pay? You kind of don't have it anymore.
Too bad. Bye-bye. Yeah. Yep. I'm almost there. I just got to keep trucking. I'm almost there. Viola, tricolor, and they want tarot. Viola, is that your real name, Viola? Wednesday night, he just died, Holly. Honey, right now there is nothing you can do but mourn. Go through that process, honey. We are here. I love you. If you need anything, let me know.
If you just need someone to cry to or to talk to, we are here.
Yell at
All
or
of the
scream
admins
at
are
or-
here.
We
Any of
are
them you
here
can talk to.
for sure.
So, Viola, I got the Knight of Cups. I'm getting a very, I want to say very well educated, very well spoken, almost a father figure type, older than you, almost a mentor maybe. And they are offering to help you with a proposal that you're thinking about. And I feel like take the help. Let them help you, because if you let them help, it will succeed. And if you don't let them help, it will not come to fruition.
Thank you,
kinda
Layla. I
going-
got Layla.
And kind of going off that one is the Two of Pentacles reverse, which talks about needing to seek a balance. Oh, sorry. Maybe in danger of losing money, energy, or goodwill. So, whatever help that you can get, definitely take it so you don't have to use your own resources and drain your own battery.
I got 10 of Cups, so that happy ending card, or that fairy tale moment, and which is what most of us are working toward, or whether it's romantic or otherwise. But we don't get here alone. This is a relationship. You have to work together to get here.
I'm about to pull, but I have to say first, Layla, I got a hawk energy. When your door opens, there is a hawk there that is looking to be the eagle eye for you. You know what I mean? Like, is looking to go out there and do the plan ahead work, doing the spotting for you. There is that energy is out there that wants to help you. Same kind of thing. Just allow that help to come in, because it's there, and there's a hawk specifically, spirit guide wise for you that wants to help out with that aspect of it. And 3 of Cups. So look to the people who are important to you emotionally for help. You know, even though we can't be this close to each other right now, it's okay. There's emotional people around you that will give you that spiritual hug that you're looking for, and that should help you on your way too.
Absolutely. All right, Lady D is next, and she's wanting tarot. And Lady D, what is your actual name? Okay, it's Donna.
All right, Donna, Lady D. I drew for you the 10 of Wands. Slow down. You're trying to push too hard, too fast, and all on your own. You need to ask for some help. You're overloading yourself by not asking for any help from anyone. You need to open up and accept some aid and some help.
And I got the Princess of Wands reverse, which is talking about reconnecting to resources and of energy, and also having a disrupted communication or delay of journey. So make sure that you are taking the time to, like Pat said, connect and ask for help.
And I got the High Priestess, which is intuition. And in this particular deck, it is highlighted that her eyes are closed. She is looking inward, not at the world around her, but what is going on inside her own mind, in her own higher herself, of making sure she listens to her own intuition.
So it's funny. I just cannot pull a card yet for you, so I keep waiting for that that moment where it's okay. I am feeling lots of timid energy. Like a fawn looking around the corner, waiting to see when it's okay. So it's really like a whew, like you're just feeling. No wonder I didn't want to pull it. So so like you're just feeling like you're just waiting to be hurt. And is it okay? Is it safe yet? Is it when? Is it okay? What is it time? And it is. So there is a breaking down. There is a heartache. There is a hard time that you have been going through that just is breaking your heart. But know that at the end of that, and we just talked about this card. At the end of that, there is a truth to it. There is okay, you know what? Phew, it's done. That sense of, all right, I've been feeling like it's coming. Like, is this really the case? Is this the thing that, and it is, and it's the truth telling part that allows you to step forward after that and move on. So it sucks. We all hate that. But the following that is walking forward. Is all right. Yep, it sucked. That's what I had to go through. Let's go forward now, knowing that there's the truth. Leave it behind you and move forward.
Night, Thomas.
Night, Thomas. Love you. I hate that. Middle of the situation coming up where I have to make a decision. There'll be pain either way. Ugh.
Ugh.
Sucks. So, Cass, however many we have now, that's the cutoff. Because I always say it's not about like I could do readings all night, but I'm not used to staying up late. So I'm getting tired.
We've been on for almost 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah. And even my seemingly endless battery, he does eventually wear down.
Right.
All right. Paul Kirch is next and wants Oracle.
You got it. Alice Perch, do I know your name? I feel like I'm supposed to know your name for sure. But I don't. Get used to it. I know. I'm getting used to it. I'll get used to it when I don't have to get up in the morning and start over. Boss.
Darian.
Thank you. And yes, I think I did know that, or I was supposed to know that.
A lot of D names tonight, though.
Right?
Yeah. Good night, Holly. We love you, sweetie.
Night, Holly.
If you need us, just give us a call.
Send us a message. We're here.
Yep. Message, even if you need to just vent.
Yep.
All capital letters will know what's going on.
All right, Darian. I drew for you the Ur Spindle. This is a lightning, very fast. This is fulfillment, sudden insight. I'm getting, you may not have had the thought yet, but something is going to come to you just in a snap. And whatever that is that comes to you out of the blue or may have already come to you, that's what you need to focus on and concentrate on. Because this is all about sudden flash of insight, that little light bulb that goes click and you know. And that's what you need to focus on.
I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. And so yes, that flash of knowing, that moment of, oh, right, okay, that's not a coincidence.
And then I got the koala spirit, which says spirit has a plan. So koalas move slowly through the branches of the eucalyptus tree, leisurely chewing the leaves, reminding us that life is not a race or a competition. Chasing around after every distraction can keep us from recognizing that we have all we need, and the spirit will always be there with gifts to sustain us.
Bye, Denise. Thanks for coming, honey.
Yeah,
And I got, once again, the physical aspects of things are great tonight, let me tell you. I got left-sided annoying pain on the left side, which again, either is an actual physical, your spleen is in pain, or is you need to get rid of some shit that, not literal shit, some shit that you've been hanging on to that is just weighing you down. So find a way to let that go. And now I'll pull the Oracle card. Whew. Which Malachite came up again, shamanic, sacred healing, drumming, that shamanic drumming, which tells me that this left-sided pain that comes from the heart chakra. So it is an emotional release that needs to happen. So you may need to, meditate, do some shamanic drumming, put on some drumming, and emotionally release what needs to be released. And carry on some malachite. That'll help too. If you have some.
So Linnea's next, and we need to figure out who's doing tarot, and she wants one oracle.
Tarot,
I can do oracle.
for her. Cool.
All right. So it looks like Danny will do oracle, and the rest will do tarot.
I saw the pained look in Mama's face when she had to decide, just give me tarot.
Right? No. I'd say, first of all, first thing out of the gate is the running horse spirit. Very fast moving, letting wind go through your hair kind of horse spirit, right at the gates of your physical realm. Or physical realm? Where the hell did that come from? Your spiritual realm. Which tells me that you need to let go, like really, and just personally, spiritually, you need to run with wind in your hair and let go of the detail part of how do I do this? I need to take this piece and move it here and bring this here, and you wipe all that out and just feel it spiritually where you're at and why.
It's interesting you say that because I got the groundhog spirit that says time to let go.
And I got the 8 of Cups. It says things might look good where you are, but you have this urge to leave. So follow it. Leave.
Yep.
It's time to move on, let go, and go on that new journey.
And the groundhog spirit, or when the groundhog spirit appears, it's a sign that there is something in your present situation that you need to let go of so that something new can be born, and something that will far better serve you now and then in the future as well.
So I got the 6 of Pentacles. I'm getting take a step back when somebody is going to offer something, be it money or a service. Take a step back and make sure they're not doing it being selfish, trying to impress someone else. Make sure they're actually trying to help you and not help themselves by pretending to help you.
Be malicious.
Yeah.
Be cautious. When I get
And so I got the magician, which I just love this magician. Again, to me, this is very much of get out of your head and trust your spirituality. You have the ability to pull from the other realms what you need to do in this realm. That as above, so below kind of feeling means that if you can let go of the logic part of it, of the this step is first, and then next is this step, and then next is this step, you have the ability to pull that that spirituality, that strength, that whatever it is you need, and use what you need on this realm. And you just have to trust that you can do that. It's there. If you see this picture, boy, that infinity symbol is not only on his hat there, but he's creating that from the other realm, the energy that he's pulling. You have it. Let go and use it. Horse energy will help you, don't forget. Like running horse.
All right, I'm going to call Oracle for the next one. Cheyenne is Lene's daughter, and same thing, 3 tarot and 1 Oracle. And I'm having a feeling I need to draw the Oracle for this.
Okay.
So.
And then there's 2 more after Shanae.
Beautiful.
Got the strength card. Here, which is, of course, here's everything that goes along with strength: the resilience, the dedication, the stubbornness, is to stick with what you're doing.
Oh, that's funny because you have a lion at your door, just so you know. That would have made more impact if I could have said it before you started, but you do have a lion at your door, and it's a male lion, so it's a protection, very much there to guard everything that's going on.
So I'm being told to actually read the message with this card to Cheyenne. I got the Grove, code Grove again. We are the Grove and we send you love. We hold you and ground you. What is your favorite grove? Wherever it is, a grove of trees is a holy place. Make time to find a group of trees and sit among them, feeling their sacred energy. Or simply close your eyes and imagine yourself standing in a grove of your favorite trees. Attune yourself to the inner silence and open the portal of the grove with an invitation. Ask the trees if they will spend some time with you. We appreciate such an invitation. We lead you straight into your heart and into the realm of no space and no time, and the dimension of higher love, understanding, insight, and possibility. Feel into the dimension. From here, we can direct you towards people, places, and situations that will bless you. We can guide you towards your own expression of divinity. We can help you to contemplate the mysteries and the magic of existence. This place is always available to you. We invite you to come and sit with us anytime you so desire. Here at the portal of the Grove and within your own heart, we invite you to open to the light. We come from expanded awareness and we return to expanded awareness. This is available to you as well. Do not fear. Sit quietly and we will help you recognize and align to your sacred purpose. We will help you to stay on your true path and know your power as a spiritual being. Here in the holy darkness of the closing of the Celtic year, breathe in the deep, chilling air and give your gratitude. Light a candle and know that you are a flame of love and purpose. We will help you to grow in your resolve. We will help you to to know exactly what is right for you in the next moment and all the moments to come after. Something you needed to hear about that, and I hope that helps you.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I pulled the lady card. I'm not sure what it represents from the Rider-Waite Tarot, but it is pretty much telling you to connect with your goddess, deity, and embrace the love that she is giving you, and to accept the fertility that she is about to bestow upon you, to whether it's, a baby or something just in your life altogether. So it's something for you to get ready to look out for.
Nice. And once again, 3 different major arcana cards. It's a weird thing. That means there's a lot of transition happening in your life. So not only did I see Lion at your door, which means there's your spirit guides are very protective right now, are kind of, coming right around you and making sure that nothing can get in unless you want it there. I also feel this grab almost at the back of my head, which is about stress. There's been a lot of stress. There's been a lot of things that you feel like is hanging off of you. And it's time to shake that off. The Wheel of the Year talks about knowing about the cycles of life, that it keeps right on going. So if you've been going through this hard, stressful time, get ready, honey. It's almost done. Your luck is changing. Things are turning. The wheel keeps on going. The cycles of life just keep right on going. You're almost done. You're almost there. If it has been a good time, however, be aware of that and know that you have to kind of prepare for knowing that there's other stuff coming. Stack away some of the squirrel nuts that you need to stack away for when the downturn comes. But I feel much more like it's been a tough road for you, and that this is the sign of better things to come. That cycle keeps continuing, and it's about to change for the better now.
And Cass, do you know if Sarah L wants Oracle or Tarot?
Sarah doesn't ask. A Fool's Journey is next and wants tarot. Okay. Sarah? Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Unless she has a long question.
4, 3. I know, right? 2, 1. All right, Sarah, type your question if you're still there. If not, we're going to move on to
Fool's Journey.
Fool's Journey. Fool's Journey. And
Tarot.
wants tarot. And I need a first name, please.
Trish.
All right. That's a completely annoying thing to have at your door. So sorry to say, that doesn't mean any reflection against you, by the way, just so you know. But at your door is a seagull, which is like what it tells me is that you have felt I don't know how to say that. You have felt useless, and you're like calling out for some kind of use. You know how seagulls circle waiting for something to happen? It's like you've been waiting for some purpose to become clear, for something to creep in, to make things more clear for you, so you know the direction you're supposed to go in, so you don't feel like you've been just sitting here like without purpose, waiting to figure it out. And to have that at your door means that they want people to see that, so that hopefully the powers that be pull in that help soon. I'm sure that the cards are going to say it's coming very soon now, but we'll see.
And I got the wheel reverse, so exactly what Mama said, that things will start happening, and then happiness will start coming back into your future, because right now you're going through stuff that you might have thought in the past was going to keep you on the up and up, but then it puts you in a deficit, and now it should be coming around to where you'll start seeing happier things in your life.
Got 8 of Swords, which is you feel like you are bound, held, captive. But it's Swords being the suit where that's all about your thoughts. This is mostly in your head and your thought cycle putting you back in this position, and you can't get those vines around you off if you're still thinking that you can't do it.
And so just to say, no, peanut butter won't hurt a cat. She's fine. And I was going to say too, Cassie, I always read the list taker at the end. So I plan on reading you when we're all done here.
I'll do it too.
Okay. Yep, I will do. So I drew death. I am getting, you are going to have something absolutely major upheaval. And it's going to be out of left field, completely catch you by surprise. This isn't something you even thought was coming. Something major is just going to hit you out of left field. You've got to roll with the punches and realize that it is for the better, and you will end up on the right end of it.
That's funny. Okay, so I got the Emperor, which is all about strategy, like those strategic, logic-based moves. So whatever it is that comes your way, strategically, allow that to happen. I'm so bad with the Emperor energy. I never pull Emperor for me because I'm always like, what? Logic? How do you think of logic? I don't know how to do that. In other words, try to set your emotion aside and allow that logical thinking to kick in. Hopefully you have it. I really don't. I don't know what that is, but hopefully you have that and can allow that to step forward in your life for a while at least, and allow that energy to do better for you than what you've been using, up until now. Logic. Allow that to happen strategically. It'll work out for you. All right, my Cassie Queen has kept our list all night for us.
So I was shuffling and had a card jump for Cassie. I don't even have to open the book. The Fool. We all know the Fool. Take that first step. Don't be afraid to move forward on your path. Don't look back. Don't look down. Just go for it.
8 of Cups. Take that step. Get moving. No matter how good it looks, that's where you are. You know it's the right move.
You can go, Mama.
So yeah, Cass, you're at your door right now is a huge, and I mean huge white tiger, which is means the exotic is coming in, and the protection is there, but it's not just protective energy. It is like you have embodied the white tiger, exotic cat goddess, fucking roaring energy, and that is you. That is where you're at right now. That is your energy. You got this. I know what's going on in your life right now, but you have made the right moves. You are on the way to what you need to be on the way to. Just let it go and trust that you are all about this. Knight of Cups. Leap forward. You don't have to think about it. There is no more thought process involved. The thinking is all done. That bullshit stuff is all in the past. You don't have, just leap forward. That white tiger energy is like, nope, you don't have to think about nothing. You know, just leap forward. Go with it. You know enough to know what's right for you.
And then I pulled an oracle card, but when I was doing it, I was also told to pull an herb card, and they kind of go hand in hand, because this one is the electric eel spirit, which says bring your ideas to life. So anything that you are thinking of doing, do it, because you have Betony, which is a protective herb, and you are fully protected, and your guides will keep it going even if you just say it once.
Hell yeah. You got this, girl. And hell yeah, with me coming on, I can't wait to just do a whole bunch of shit. You know, we got plans, girl.
And that white tiger is also something that will protect her too. So she doesn't need any other protection. She's got it covered from all sides.
So you got this. Wow. All right. Thank you guys so much for everybody for coming. Thank you all. Danny, I'm so glad you joined us. This was great. I appreciate it. Leland, Pat, thank you as always. This was great, and we will continue to do this. You know, if we haven't done it in a while, remind us once in a while. There's times that I kind of forget we haven't done this in a while. You guys can all, you know, say, hey, you guys, somebody want to come on for readings? I know Pat's really good about coming on for readings, and every time he comes on, it's really late, and I always feel like shit. I got to work in the morning, damn it! But pretty soon I'll be up later and get to sleep in, and I can't wait.
Yeah, usually Wednesdays through Saturdays are my late nights, but at the same time, I don't have to work. So I'm like, yay.
I can't wait. I can't.
And anybody
I am
can reach
always-
any of us.
Yes. And Cassie, hell yeah. Next time, jump in with us. I'd love to have you guys. If any of you want to feel like you want to do some practice readings and stuff, this is an easy way to do it because there's no pressure here. There's nobody's saying, hey, that's not what that card means. You know, use your intuition. Go with your gut. Go with what you think is going on. And I'd love to have anybody who wants to come on. I'd love to have you on.
Yeah, all of my information is on my About page, Pat's Daily Tarot and more. I'm also on, I have a feeling I probably got half, if not more than half of you guys on Facebook already. Otherwise, Pat Anderson, I'm one of the admins in Mama Squirrel's group.
Yes.
Y'all are more than welcome to reach out.
Right.
Always.
Which is like, Danny, you need to be on for each show. You're the official properties guy.
Yes. I know. I love Danny. And him and I have been right there lately, so for sure. All right, guys, make sure you hit that like button and all that other stuff that you're supposed to. Oh, subscribe and all that
Share.
stuff. And share. I love you guys. And
Click the
see
damn
you next
notification
time.
bell, even though it don't work.
I know. Yeah, go ahead and hit that for no reason whatsoever. But yep. All right. I love you guys.
Love you guys
Bye.
too. Bye.
Bye.